Welcome to Totempole Sports on a Monday. It is great. You know why it's great? Because you got game two of the NBA playoffs today, and we also got the NFL draft, which is 3 days away. All sports is coming back. NHL playoffs. A lot of things in sports is going on. Of course, me, Lambo, and of course, the man from Soul. The man from Soul is back and we got a lot of things we got to talk about. Also, we got a special guest here, a special guest from Denver. How are y'all doing today?
Oh, we're doing great today. Can't wait to chop it up. Live here from Denver. Looking forward to talking some sports. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it cracking. Let's go.
The man from Soul, how you doing before we get started?
Hey man, I'm sitting in my backyard. I just cut some grass. I have nothing to complain about. We got three marquee games tonight. I just talked through the Laker game uh with my boy out there in Denver he's got the pulse of the guys down in Denver. He knows what Jokic is feeling. He knows what Murray's feeling. Dude, this is going to be an exciting show. Listen, but I will tell you this: don't sleep, and we won't sleep. I just talked to you, Lambo. Can't sleep on the NFL draft. It is fast approaching us. Okay,
Yes.
but the marquee for tonight is the three games that we're going to see. Again, people are like, "Oh man, it's a first round of the playoffs." Blah 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 blah. Listen, this is marquee. You know why? It's desperation. Get your split or get ready to get swept. Okay,
Mhm.
the Lakers need this tonight. The Philadelphia 76ers need this tonight. The Orlando Magic need this tonight. Monday, kind of a blah day in America in some aspects, but tonight it's marquee for in the NBA.
Before we get to the NBA and then recap some of the game one games, we got to have some breaking news that happened an hour ago. The Jets
Mm,
traded for Zach Wilson. The Denver Broncos got him. Um, I'm not surprised that this happened. Now, Zach Wilson and in New York, he had chances and chances. It just wasn't, great. But he will get a sense of a new story in Denver. And I know the Broncos have, Jared Stidham and Zach Wilson, another quarterback. But with Denver at the 11th pick, I think the 11th or 12th pick of the 2024 draft, the man from Denver, Kirk Wynn, is this a good? Is this a good signing for the Denver Broncos?
It,
And
I,
are the
I
Denver
think
Broncos back?
it absolutely is a great sign for the Broncos. Like you just mentioned, Lambeau, they need some quarterback help. They just have Stidham, and if there's a place he can turn his career around, it would be Denver. I think Sean Payton can bring that talent out of him. But I will say this, Lambeau, it is a tough task here in Denver. And the man from Seoul can tell you, because he once lived here in Colorado Springs, Denver is a tough place to play quarterback. And after you have followed those footsteps of Elway, oh man, it's tough. It's a tough draw. But if there's one coach who can get that talent out of him, it would be Sean Payton. But I will say this: he's going to have to come in with an open mind, be ready to work, and be ready for some criticism. He thought New York was tough on him. Denver is just as tough. Be mindful of this, Lambeau. Denver has 3 Super Bowls on the card here. It is a football city. No question. If you're not performing, they don't care if you have running backs. They don't care if you have receivers. If you're not performing, you are going to hear about it out here. They want to win. And let me add this: they would rather have the Broncos win here than the Denver Nuggets. And I hate to say it. Even though the
Mm.
Nuggets have a great team and they're doing well, they got their first championship, there's nothing that this city wants more than the Denver Broncos to get more championships. It's just the way it is out here.
Paul. No, I think Paul froze for a second.
I think he did too. So what do you feel about that, Lambo? What do you feel about that? What's your take on it?
I think my take on this is for the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton's on the hot seat. Now coming in this first
really?
season, yeah. I mean, coming in,
Really?
Look, I tell you this. This is the Denver Broncos team last season, right? That gave up 70 points against the Miami Dolphins. Now they didn't look so good. They didn't look good on defense, but they improved. They went from 1-4. They had a winning streak. I think they had a chance to make the playoffs, right? I'm a Patriots fan. They lost to a 3-11 Patriots team on Christmas Day. A 3-11 Patriots team that was not great at quarterback. Mac Jones was benched. We had Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi went off. Now, I know that's the past, but the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson it wasn't a great fit to me because Sean Payton is trying to run the offense that he ran with Drew Brees in New Orleans. And Russell Wilson is a side-to-side thrower, and Sean Payton is a, straight down the middle seams and screens and all that type of stuff. So it was, you could say they hate each other. I don't really say that. I think the media is overreacting as far as they hate each other, they didn't like each other. It's just the offensive concepts was different from what Russell Wilson had in Seattle and what he went through with Nathaniel Hackett. Obviously, Nathaniel Hackett got the job because of the success he had with Aaron Rodgers, and he wasn't that great of a head coach. At the end of the day, the Denver Broncos at 9-8, they had a winning record. Nobody knows they had a winning record at 9-8, but they had a chance to make the playoffs. They had a chance, and they lost some key games down the stretch that they shouldn't have lost. But I think it's a great sign to start off. They might not pick up his $22 million option, fifth-year option for Zach Wilson, but I think it's something from an experience level like, hey, this guy's played in the NFL before. The Denver Broncos are sitting at 11th or 12th pick. Now, there's some rumors saying that the Patriots could trade the third pick. Now, me as a Patriots fan, it could be stupid to trade a third pick when you need a quarterback, unless you're saying Jacoby Brissett's going to be a starter against the AFC East. But I'll get to you, Paul, in a second. But I will tell you this about the Broncos. It's a great start, but they need a quarterback. They need to drive for him, but if they don't trade up for the top 5 picks, there's a loaded receiver class. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, whoa, Mule. Whoa. That's a lot of information, my friend. But now it's time for the man from Seoul to speak his speak. I will start with the Broncos. That you have to kick. The Broncos are in cap hell. Mm-hmm. You have to kick the tires on Zach Wilson. 6th-round pick. They sent a 7th-round pick to the Jets. Who gives a damn? If he could resurrect him, and again, we've seen these projects before that happen. And if it doesn't work out, they're going to be back at the top in the top 5 drafting a quarterback again. Who cares? Who cares? That's a Sean Payton problem. I trust Sean Payton with quarterbacks. I really do. And there's a reason he ran off Russell Wilson, because I'm telling you right now, Pittsburgh, good luck. Anyway,
so real quick, since you said he's a project, if it works, great. If it doesn't work, they'll move on. Do they still get a quarterback at 11? Man from Seoul?
No. Whoa. And again, great point, great segue there, because the same thing applies to what I'm going to just really poo-poo on Lambeau's parade at 3.
Okay.
Hear me out. The Denver Broncos need picks just as much as the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots at 3 need to say, hey, whoever buying will take a king's ransom. The Patriots don't need their franchise quarterback this year because they have nothing to put around him. They need to use their chance. They need to use their opportunity at number 3 to accumulate picks. And I'm going to tell you why. Lambeau, don't freak out. Here's the deal.
I was about to get him in on it too, because I know how.
Yeah, Lambeau, don't freak out. If the Patriots take picks at number 3, let everybody take every quarterback they want to take. You build your guts with the picks that you acquire, because you know who's going to come up and take that number 3 pick? It's going to be the Raiders. And they're going to take Jalen Daniels because Jalen doesn't want to play for the Redskins. The Redskins are going to take May, and Jalen Daniels is going to be hanging there, and the Raiders are primed and ready to come get him. You don't want to be part of that. Take all the Raiders picks and all the Vegas nightlife and all their hotels and all their shorties, all of it. Take everything you can get from Vegas, and you take all those picks and you build the guts of your football team. And then when you do that, next year you draft a quarterback and you sit him. You got your Jacoby Brissett. So we're on year 2. You got 2 full years of drafts this year and next year, but both drafts are full of picks that you got from the Raiders. So in year 3, you start your guy that you draft next year, and you get another draft. 3 drafts and young players and a young quarterback on a rookie contract. That's the way you win, Patriots. You have to be bad before you be good. You can't hang out in the middle. Just go all the way to the basement and be crappy. Be the worst team in the league. Because at the end of the day, hey, hold on. We've seen this movie before. The Chicago Bears traded their pick to the Carolina Panthers. They finished last in the league. That's why the Bears have the first pick in the draft. So what does that tell me? Next year, the New England Patriots, if they trade these picks, they will have 2 picks in the top 10, and possibly one of them is going to be number 1. Whoa, that's what I'm signing up for. You're not going to win next year. You're not beating the Chiefs. You're not beating the Bengals. You're not beating the Baltimore. You ain't beating the Jets, who I have in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. You're not doing it. So just, dude, press restart. Press the restart button. You traded Mac Jones. That just told me you don't have a quarterback. But you brought in Jacoby Brissett. Let him be the caretaker to the next quarterback. But he don't need to be on the roster this year. And again, I know I'm taking up a lot of airspace, but don't take a first-round quarterback. Take one in the 4th round this year and see if you strike lightning in a bottle. If the Patriots take a quarterback at pick 3, the Patriots are still going to be in the basement in the freaking conference and the division. So you're wasting your time. Lambeau, I'm done.
Lambeau is smiling. Lambeau, how do you feel about it?
I'll tell you this. As a fan, right, you hadn't had a top pick in a while. Even, since the early 2000s when you were bad, before, Bill Belichick came. So it's been 23 years, 24 years since we had to draft at like a top 3, top 5 pick. It's been a while. I'll tell you this. Number 1, it comes down when you're talking about quarterbacks. Don't draft a quarterback, until, the 4th round. This is a quarterback-oriented league. And in the AFC East, you have Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Jacoby Brissett, right? And Tua, right? Those are your 4 quarterbacks, right? With the situation we have now with Jacoby Brissett, he brings the experience. I get that. He played, with Tom Brady in that 4-game suspension. He did great. We have a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator, and a new head coach. So this is a great quarterback class. Now, if you don't want Jaden Daniels, The Patriots have a chance to get J.J. McCarthy. And I think this is the year where you get J.J. McCarthy. Here is why. J.J. McCarthy is the most poised quarterback in that draft. Most poised, never scared, never. If the Patriots trade away the third pick and go to whatever spot, they're not getting J.J. McCarthy in that spot.
Hold on.
They're not
Why do
getting
you need to? What you're being? Don't play desperado, man.
It's
You
not
don't.
desperate. It's not desperate.
You're being desperate because you think
No,
you
we're
need
not.
to get your quarterback this year. If you get your quarterback this year, his clock's ticking before he gets his mega deal. You don't want that right now. You guys aren't going anywhere.
How do you know that?
Oh my. So okay. So explain to me how the damn Patriots are going to make the playoffs next year.
I will explain how. One,
Oh, I cannot wait to hear this, Lambo. I am all
Yep.
in. Let's do it.
number one, you get your quarterback at number 3. You get J.J. McCarthy. I don't know how
So
good
so you got hold on. Stop right there. You
I'm
have
not finished.
Jacoby Brissett. Is JJ McCarthy starting?
No. He's not going to start. No, he's not going to start.
Then why are you taking a damn guy that's not helping the team with the first pick when you have nothing?
Let me answer. The Patriots have a lot of room in the salary cap. They have money to spend now. This is Gerard Mayo.
The free agency's over. It's done.
It's not.
Stop talking about their money.
It's not that free agency's not the point. But you have to have money to pay the players. That's the point. This is a new era in New England. It's a new era. This is not Bill Belichick where he's cheap on contracts.
So all
it's
right.
Not Bill Belichick.
Keep explaining to me how they're going to win the division this year. Continue.
I didn't say they're going to win the division. I said they will make the playoffs. They don't have to win the division to make the playoffs. They don't have to. They don't.
The New England Patriots are making the playoffs this year.
Yes. I don't care what seed the Patriots are. 6th, 7th, I don't care. They're making the playoffs this year, right? The Patriots have a top 5 defense in the NFL. With the injuries of Matt Judon was hurt last year. Christian Gonzalez went down last year. We had a lot of defensive injuries that went down last year. The Patriots are still going to have a legit defense, right? Jacoby Brissett does not need to take over the whole offense. He doesn't need to do that. The Patriots already have a good, legit run game. He don't need to take over the games like Patrick Mahomes and other quarterbacks need to do. The Patriots are still old school. They're still power running the football. They're still defense first. I'm trying to tell you, the defense, their defense is going to be the main reason why they make the playoffs. It's going to be their defense. And they have a better quarterback than what they had last year. Bailey Zappi did not play bad last year. Bailey Zappi played better than Mac Jones last year. Yes, he did. Played way better than Mac Jones last year. So even if they draft a quarterback or not draft a quarterback, the competition is going to be between Bailey Zappi and Jacoby Brissett. Who I am more confident in? Maybe Bailey Zappi. I'm more confident because he's been in this system a little bit longer. Now, Jacoby Brissett wins it. Congratulations. What did Jacoby Brissett do? The Browns somehow made the playoffs, or when he was with the Colts, they made some type of run. But give me the Patriots to make the playoffs, and it's going to be because of their defense. The quarterback does not have to carry the whole team. It's going to be the defense, and the special teams will get better. We're not going to sit here and tank in Jerron Mayo's first year. I will not allow that to happen, and I'm not going to suffer again like we suffered the past 4 years. I'm not agreeing with that.
I'm snoring.
Oh my gosh.
I'm snoring. Nothing you said. Oh my God, dude.
Making
you know what? I'm about to pull the plug on all of this.
Okay, real quick.
I'm snoring like Jadeveon Clowney. I'm snoring.
Let me interject
Look.
real quick. Let's rank the quarterbacks in the AFC East right now, Lambeau, from 1st to last. Go.
Number 1 is Josh Allen. Number 2,
Allen.
Aaron.
Okay. And now I'm gonna answer a few questions to go along with that. The Patriots beat Josh Allen and the Bills next year?
Yes, at least one time.
At
Once.
least one
Oh,
time.
Once.
with a
Okay.
rookie
Oh, we
quarterback.
did it last year. We did it last year. We beat them once. What are you talking about? Beat them last year.
Wow. Okay. Hey, okay. The number 2
Okay, all right.
AFC
Number
East.
two is Aaron Rodgers. That can go 1-1. That can go 1-1 depending on where they play at and what
Okay.
injuries they have.
Okay. So with the improvement of the Jets, they have loaded up. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is back. And you know their defense is really good. So
Yes.
you do see your Patriots splitting with the Jets as well.
Yes, 1-1.
Wow. Woo. Okay. The number 3 ranked quarterback.
Tua.
So you mean to tell me
Don't do it.
Kobe
Don't do it.
is the 4th ranked quarterback in the AFC East, Lambeau, and y'all are making the playoffs?
That is correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Woo.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Woo.
All
Okay.
right.
And I said it with a
Hey,
straight face. I said it with a straight face.
Okay.
Strong take there. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
There's not there. Hey, there's nothing else to see here. We can move on to the next topic. Wow.
okay.
Wow.
Lambo, that's huge call right there. But okay. Hey,
I
you feel strongly about your Patriots, if they're
got you.
if they were the first or if Brissett was the first or second ranked quarterback in the AFC East, I can see your take there on that. But being the last ranked quarterback in the AFC East, man,
Well,
that's
it's
tough.
more. It's if they don't have a quarterback. If there's more than just that, there's always defense and special teams. You got to find ways to win games. It can't just all be the quarterbacks.
The whole season, defense, special teams. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good. All right. The last time I checked, this league was about follow the quarterback, but obviously Lambeau doesn't follow nothing. Anyway, well, I digress. Holy mackerel!
All right,
Wowzers!
Okay.
next
Wowzers!
next thing, we got to get to the NBA playoffs. So tonight
Yeah.
we got the Orlando versus Cleveland, we got Philly versus New York, and we got LA versus Denver. All two games tonight. Game 1, I sat there all day Saturday, most of the day Sunday, just watching those NBA playoffs. What's got to happen in Orlando versus Cleveland tonight? Now, Orlando did not shoot the ball very well from the 3-point line. What does Cleveland have to do? They're 17-1 and leading the series, even though LeBron James was there. What does Cleveland have to do to be 2-0?
First of all, Lambeau, I think Cleveland just has to continue doing what they're doing. The one thing I see about Orlando, and you gentlemen chime in at any time, Orlando is still young, just still trying to figure it out. They got a young Bankero over there and a couple of guys they picked up over in the draft. I think Orlando's going to be fine, but Cleveland has, a few vets on there. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell has been around with the Jazz for some years now. They're probably ready to take it to another level, but I see Cleveland just continuing to do what they do. It's just not Orlando's time yet, but they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I do see Cleveland taking game 2 tonight if they just continue to do what they do, no matter how good of a game Orlando has. They may sneak a game or two, but I think Cleveland takes game 2 tonight. What you got, man, from Seoul?
No, I have to concur. I mean, it's not again. I like how you sold that. It's not about what Orlando's doing. If
Yes.
Cleveland if Cleveland plays Cleveland,
Yes.
Cleveland will win. And again, they'll get a token win in Orlando, and then we'll move on.
Yep.
But and in Cleveland, I will tell you this: Cleveland is not a good matchup for or Boston, and I could see Cleveland getting swept by Boston. So it really, to me, it doesn't matter. It's the 4 or 5 game, but it's a bet. I mean, if it was a 4 or 5 game, and again, honestly, would you rather see Boston play Orlando if you're a fan, or play Cleveland? Because there's going to be a better series if they play Cleveland. They'll wipe Orlando off the map.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got to look at it in terms of the NBA too, and Adam Silver and his crew, because he does not want to see Boston playing Orlando. That's not a good look.
No.
That is going to be 4 straight blowouts. Orlando won't have a shot against them. So, that's where I see that going. I mean, and again, if they steal the game tonight, would I be surprised a little bit? But I mean, that doesn't mean they're going to win the series. So I mean,
Yes.
it's one of those series where it's not one to talk about.
No.
Neither of the teams are going anywhere, so who cares?
Yeah, they're not going to beat Boston, but
No,
I do think if they do what they do, handle their biz, I think they'll be fine.
yep.
That's my take.
And I will tell you this: this is just from me. The game goes over the total tonight at 203.
Wow.
So for all you guys out there who want to take or trying to make some money, take the over in the Cleveland and Orlando game tonight.
Thanks, man from Soul. That's a good look.
Yep.
Very good look.
I'll take the next game.
Lambo, what you got?
I ain't got nothing to say about Orlando and Cleveland. It ain't even worth watching. I barely watched the end of that game. Both of them teams ain't gonna go nowhere. Both of those teams ain't gonna beat Boston. So I mean, why I gotta watch them? Why I gotta worry about Cleveland and Orlando? I'm not worried about them.
Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the meat. The meats and cheeses.
The 7:30 game is a
go.
better game to watch.
Yes.
Right? The Philadelphia 76ers versus the New York Knicks. Now, Philadelphia and Joel Embiid tweaked that knee when he tried to dunk. Now, I thought that was great, but it was stupid at the same time. But he came back, and I guess he wasn't the same. Because, Philly, they kind of just fell off, in the fourth quarter, and New York was on a roll. Defensively for Philadelphia, you got to find a way to stop Jalen Brunson. Now, I'm not saying you're going to lock the man down. That's not what I'm saying. Jalen Brunson got hot in the third quarter. He was starting to get hot. He was starting to find his open guys. Also, his Anunoby started hitting threes. Their center started, being very aggressive. The Knicks leading this series is not really surprising. They're doing this without Julius Randle. Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey going off. Everybody else has to step up. Tyrese Maxey had about at least 30 plus the last game. I still think that New York at home has a chance to beat Philadelphia, but it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy to beat this Philadelphia team. I know that the New York Knicks have beat them like at least 3 times in the regular season, and they hadn't scored no more than 100 points. But this game could go either way. Either Philly comes up to New York and split 1-1, but without Julius Randle, New York Knicks going to have to be up 2-0 without Julius Randle. So I know I picked the 76ers because I'm taking a 80% Joel Embiid over Jalen Brunson, who doesn't have a supporting cast with Julius Randle. But Philly has to win this tonight.
Wow. Gentlemen. Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. Listen, I again, as a betting man, I like the spot tonight for all the teams that are down 0-1, because when you look at the angle I take for this game is this. I like the fact that I'm on the Sixers tonight, and people are like, "Are you crazy?" No, the Sixers may not win the game, but they could win the game outright and get the split. But I just see them with or without Embiid. They're going to make this a game because they have no choice. They go back home 0-2, just like the Lakers. They're done. Just like Orlando. Orlando goes back home 0-2. This the series is over tonight. They can't, neither one. So there's going to be a lot of desperation basketball tonight, and I just think the games, the games are going to be a little bit closer than the experts think. Just me.
Wow.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Woo. Man, this man from Seoul, man, Lambo, I tell you, man, he scares me. Usually spot on, man. Oh my gosh. It is desperation basketball tonight. I do think it is. It's one of them games where you go, okay, Embiid is out. Sixers have no chance, right? You just go automatically throw them out the door. But it's one of them games. They'll come out and then the Knicks get blown out. Like, well, it doesn't surprise me. Or it may surprise some people, But if the Sixers go down tonight, it's probably a wrap. So I'm going to give the edge to the Sixers tonight. I really am. I do think they come out swinging and they let the world know we don't need to do it without Embiid. We're good. I do think they'll come out.
Can I
Go ahead.
Can I interject here real quick?
Absolutely.
Do any of you guys recall Lambo? I mean, we're like senior citizens compared to yourself. Okay. But all of us can recall playing high school football or high school basketball or high school lacrosse or badminton. It doesn't matter. We can go back to little league football. Here's the deal about tonight, where again, the angle for tonight. When you were in little league or whatever league, if you played a team that beat your pants off, and then you met them in the playoffs, I guarantee you that score was a little bit closer or you won the game. You didn't get blown out again. That's where I see these 3 games tonight. The teams, like Orlando's young enough and inexperienced enough to play harder. The Lakers know if they lose tonight, the series is over. And if Philadelphia loses, yeah, I mean, those teams are going to play close games but it's about getting a split. You have a chance to get the split. Yeah, the home team won the first game, and it was they had the palm trees and the roses, but opportunity exists tonight. And the last time I checked, the Lakers were up 12 points on game 1, and they could have ran that to 20 points, and they didn't. And that cost them the game. But they have the opportunity to do it. And they have LeBron James and they have AD, and it's desperation basketball. When I was desperate against the team that beat us during the season and I was on the field, I played harder.
Hey,
These guys are human beings.
Hey,
they're all human.
Real quick, man, from Seoul, do you like the Lakers tonight? Then
I like the Lakers to cover the 7.5 points, and I will sprinkle a little bit on the Lakers for the outright win tonight.
Wow.
I like the Lakers, and I'm not a Laker fan. I just like the Lakers tonight. Ooh. And Lambo, if you're sitting there doing your little chuckle, but if they win tonight, don't come on the show tomorrow. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
Hey, real quick, Lambo, are you a Lakers fan?
He's Boston.
I'm a Boston Celtics fan.
That's right. Okay, Boston. Okay.
I would tell you.
Go for it, Lambo. Go for it. Let's hear your take.
I'll tell you this. All right, it's a 7-game series. Whether they win tonight or not, I'm still gonna come on the show tomorrow. That's not gonna make any difference in what you think, Paul. I'm still gonna come on the show. I have to be constant for everybody in America, so it doesn't matter. It's a 7-game series, and I've already said this before. If the Denver Nuggets take care of business, they're gonna win the series in 5. To my point, the Lakers were up by 15 points in the second quarter. They couldn't get the job done. So what does that mean? They had GOAT James, Anthony Davis was putting in the work. Anthony Davis was a mismatch on Denver
He's
defense.
not the
I don't
GOAT.
know what. I know he's not the GOAT. I'm talking about the GOAT of the generation. Just in case for the kids that don't know who
Okay,
Michael Jordan is, he's the
clarify
GOAT of this
yourself.
generation.
All right,
He's the GOAT of this generation. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I've already said this
correct.
multiple times.
Yeah,
All right,
Now,
all right. Now we can move on.
the
Continue.
Lakers were up 15 points in the second quarter and could not close it out. They were up 15 in the second quarter. Then Denver went on this run in the third quarter. Then Denver was up by 15 at the end of the third quarter. Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers are not good in the third quarter. They're not good at closing out the third quarter. They're pretty bad at closing out the third quarter. And Jokic had 32 points. So what is the Lakers even going to do with Jokic? Jokic still had 32. He still found his way. How are they going to stop Jokic? How are they going to stop Jokic? I know
Yeah,
Denver
yeah,
couldn't.
I tell you what, and again, I heard it. I agree with this. Look,
yes.
when it comes to AD and LeBron and Jokic and Murray, it's about the look. Those guys, those four guys, are going to cancel themselves out. Who on the Lakers is going to beat the bench or the third guy of the Nuggets? Like
Nobody.
D'Angelo,
He struggled.
he
Yes,
struggled
he did.
again, but we can't expect for him to struggle every day. So the Lakers' next three have to beat the Nuggets' next three. LeBron, AD, Jokic, Murray are going to cancel each other out tonight. What next three wins the ball game tonight? And again, I like the Lakers. And you're like, man, you're crazy. No, I like them because they're going to play harder. The three guys I just mentioned are going to play harder. LeBron and AD are going to do their thing. But the next three, dude, everyone's going to play harder on the Lakers because they know if they lose tonight, it's night. They have no chance.
It is. Okay, great lead in, man. So let's just go through their starting roster really quick, minus AD and LeBron. Let's go AR-15. What type of
What?
game does he have tonight?
No,
Talk
it doesn't. No,
AR-15.
the AR-15, D'Angelo. Look, it's
Low.
as simple as this. And when tonight after the game's over, and look at the winner, the next three. Did the next three of the Nuggets beat the next three of the Lakers, or vice versa? That's the winner of tonight's game. Just look at the next three starters. If the Lakers' next three starters have more points than the Nuggets, I guarantee you the Lakers win tonight.
Okay.
Okay, Kirk, you're talking about starters. You're talking about besides besides AD
Yeah,
and LeBron, right?
yeah. Besides AD and LeBron, like you mentioned, you minus those guys out. I got to take this stat from Stephen A. I heard this morning, and not trying to take any credit for this. This is from Stephen A. He says D'Angelo Russell averaged 6 points a game against the Nuggets last year in the Western Conference Finals. 6 points a game. I didn't even realize that. Last D'Angelo Russell had open looks. I'm sorry, Saturday. Excuse me, guys. Saturday, he had open looks, and he just couldn't make no shots. D. Russell is going to be a huge factor tonight if the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
want to move on in this series. I
And,
think
and
15 can come through. I think Reeves can come through.
but look, and again, D'Angelo's part of that. He's part of that next three. Because if D'Angelo hits shots Monday night, we're having a different conversation right now. Because they would have won the game.
Yeah, they would have won. They definitely would have won. I need D'Lo to come. I need him to come through if the Lakers are going to win this series. If they lose tonight, it's a wrap.
Yep.
No one's beaten, as they would say out here, Lambeau, Minnesota, the chicken nuggets. They're not going to beat those guys. They're just not going to beat the chicken nuggets, dude. They're not going to beat them. And as sad as it is, and as much as the league doesn't want to see the Denver Nuggets win another championship, they probably will. And Lambeau, not to poo-poo on your Celtics, I can't see the Celtics beating the Chicken Nuggets. Should
No,
they come
What?
out of the East?
no, nope.
Absolutely.
They gonna beat
I
them.
can't.
They gonna beat the
Okay,
Nuggets.
Lambo. Hey. We're gonna switch gears real quick. And yes, I went there. I don't have a favorite NBA team. I just follow players. But let me tell you, man, Joker is a nightmare for any team, dude. He's
Hmm.
just a nightmare. Dude, when you're dropping 32, 12, and 10, and it's looking effortless out there for him. Dude, Murray and MJP and them guys, they can just fly around out there. And they just got a few sneaky athletes we don't like to talk about. They're a bit ugly. Absolutely they are. But can't nobody beat them, man. They're gonna repeat. I hate to say it. They're
Okay.
just gonna repeat, Lambo. Who on the Celtics can check Joker?
Well, we got size. We got that point. Who's going?
Porzingis?
Okay. Porzingis. We
Porzingis?
got the size. I'm not saying he gonna lock him down. That's not what I'm saying. But we
Okay.
have the size. The
Okay.
Celtics are the deepest team in the Eastern Conference. A very deep team. Even you saw what you saw, and I know the Miami's not the team. But my point to the Celtics is they don't need guys. They don't need Jason Tatum to score 30. Jason Tatum just came up with a triple double. He scored
Yeah.
23, 10, and 10. He just came up with a
Okay.
triple double. You have
Okay.
Porzingis.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
who's that
But
against though?
yes, there's
That
no
was
playoff Jimmy. And
that's
again,
no Butler.
I'm not going to be like a one-hit wonder here, but you still have to deal with Dame time.
Daytime's not gonna get nowhere. They're not gonna get past nowhere. They might be Indiana, but they're not gonna get past. They're not getting past Philly. They're not getting past
Wow.
Philly. They're
What?
not getting. They're not
Yo,
getting past Philly.
who's not getting past Philly?
They're not
Milwaukee.
playing Philly. They're going to play the Knicks.
I mean, they're not getting. Well, whoever. The Milwaukee Bucks are not going to Eastern Conference. They're going to win one series.
You know what?
It's called Doc
When
Rivers.
you tell me they're not getting past somebody, that means you don't want to play them. That's
No,
what
that's
you're
not
telling
true.
me,
That's
Lambo.
not true. That is not
Yeah, it
true.
is true.
No, it's not.
If
Look,
you don't see Dame Time beating the Knicks, can you see Dame Time in the Garden?
Yep. Yes, I can. And
I can.
that
And then
depends.
Dame Time's gonna eat.
Okay,
That's where the Knicks. That's where
hold
the
on.
Knicks season ends.
Okay,
Because
I'm not saying
Dame
that.
Time.
I'm not saying the Knicks. I'm not saying the Knicks are going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
But
depending
look,
on.
again, if it's the Eastern Conference Finals and it's the Bucks and the Celtics, and you have to see Dame Time, Agent Zero, are you a little bit worried?
No, we'll beat Milwaukee in 6 games.
Come on, man.
Yes,
Don't be so casual about that.
we'll beat Milwaukee in 6 games.
y'all beat Milwaukee in 6.
So
Yes,
that means you're
6.
gonna end the series in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we've done that before. Yeah,
But y'all didn't have Dame Time.
They didn't have Dame Time.
they was up 3-2 in the series though. They was up 3.
They didn't have Dame Time.
It doesn't matter. It was up. No.
Again, when Dame Time was in Portland, I know you were like, that's our guy, Dame Time.
No, y'all wrong. Y'all can't say that because Milwaukee at 1 year when they played
Okay,
Boston.
so what
they
is
was
your
up 3-2.
what is your respect? What is your respect for Dame? What is your respect for Dame Time?
I have plenty of respect for Dame Time, but I have plenty of respect. But see, the concern comes down to Giannis. What if Giannis gets hurt again? That's a concern.
What if Giannis is 100%?
We're still beating that team. What are you talking about? We're still beating them.
Wow. Okay.
Chris Middleton. Hold on, wait. Chris Middleton is not the same player. Chris Middleton is not the same guy.
No,
he is not the same player as he once was with that injury. Not the same guy. All the Bucks and Doc Rivers has failed to make adjustments. He is not good at making adjustments. He just got fired from Philly after being up 3-2 against the Celtics with James Harden and Joel Embiid.
Did he win a
Tyrese Maxey and still lost?
Can I ask you a question? Did he win a championship in Boston?
One championship.
Is he a championship head coach?
Yes, but he hasn't won anything in 12 years. He's had
Don't
plenty of
blame the
talent.
players in the Don't blame the players in the situation on Doc Rivers. Please
Well,
don't
you're
do
the
that.
coach. You're the coach. You got to make all the decisions, right? I blame the players too. But I'm trying to tell you, there was up 3. Doc Rivers and the
So
Philadelphia
you're trying to
series.
tell me, okay, so Eric Spoelstra is trash because he lost last year to the Nuggets.
No.
Okay, then why is he not trash? He lost.
What do
He
you mean he's not?
lost.
I'm not saying he's trash. That's not the point. My point is for Doc Rivers, as we know, Doc Rivers has coached talented teams, like a talented Clippers team. He's coached a talented Philadelphia team and has done
Well, the
nothing with it.
talented is retrospective because he coached Embiid, who's
He
in
did.
one night, out the other night, and he had the left-handed dude from Australia who couldn't make a shot.
Here's my point. When you're up 3-2 in a series, you have to close out the series. They did not close it out. Philadelphia had literally the same guys, Embiid, Maxey, the same guys, Embiid and Maxey. They were up 3-2 in the series and lost 2 straight. Milwaukee, who you were talking about, Milwaukee, regardless they didn't have Dame, Milwaukee was up 3-2 in the series and lost 2 straight games. When you up 3-2, you have to close the series out. And both of those teams failed to do that. They failed. They failed to do that at their home court.
Right.
At their home court, they didn't. You up 3-2. You can't finish. You can't win one game at your home court. Both teams failed to do that.
Yeah,
Both teams.
we're gonna see, Lambo. I just hope Boston gets an opportunity, man, to get them one. The East ain't gonna be as easy as you think it is, Lambo. That's all I'll say on that. It's just not gonna be as easy. Even without Giannis, and obviously Embiid is probably not going to go anymore. It's just not going to be.
Well, give me it. Well, if Indiana and the Bucks play tomorrow, give me Indiana to win game 2.
Why? What's your
What you mean
reason?
why? What you mean why?
What's your reasoning?
Indiana's gonna step up. Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton's gonna step up.
Okay, so
They're gonna make shots.
Indiana's gonna step up, but the Lakers are not gonna step up tonight. I'm supposed to have more confidence in the Pacers than the Lakers.
That's not what I said. My point is the Indiana Pacers are the most high-scoring team they were the most high-scoring team in the
That
NBA.
just means they don't play defense.
I understand that they will have to play defense, and they will play defense in game 2. Whether Dame scores 25, they're not going to let Dame score 35 again in the first half. They're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let him score 35 in the first half. If he gets 35 the whole game,
what if he scores 35 for the game?
Okay, they scored 35 for him. Congratulations, but not 35 in the first half.
I mean, no one's going to do that repeatedly.
It's just like I said, it's a 7-game series. It's a 7-game series. Anything can happen. It's not March Madness. It's not a one and done, right? Well, I'm not gonna freak out because the team lost 2 games or lost 1 game. It's a 7-game series. It's a long series to go. I still think Indiana can compete with the Bucks, despite how long Giannis has. They have to take advantage of the series with Giannis being out. They have to. They can't let him come back. And the series is tied. They got to be up at least 1 game.
You see your Celtics sweeping, Lambo?
They go sweep the Miami Heat. Yeah, they go sweep the Miami Heat. You damn right they are.
I'm yelling at this guy. Because we're talking.
The Boston Celtics go sweep the Miami Heat. That series ain't gonna be close. It may not be worth watching. Bam Adebayo was their leading scorer. Everybody else shot poorly. Then they had Dillion Wright from the bench, who was the second leading scorer. And then Tyler Hero shot like 4 from like 16 or something.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Lambo. The Celtics should sweep the Heat. That Jimmy Butler injury was huge. That was huge. I mean, even with Jimmy Butler, I still think the Heat would have had problems with the Celtics, but I don't think they would have got swept, Lambeau. Let's just make that clear.
And again, I think that sweeping Miami is not a good look for Boston. I think they need to be playing ball because listen, hear me out. If Orlando and Cleveland end up going 7 games, how long will it be before they play again? Then they got to ramp back up, and then they beat who they're going to beat either one of them, but they're going to be out of a flow, and then they'll probably sweep. They're probably going to sweep the Orlando or Cleveland. Okay, when they resume to playing basketball.
Dang.
Okay,
So
let's say they do that.
Sweeps? You talking 2 sweeps, man, from Seoul?
I'm talking 2 sweeps, but there's going to be a long layoff.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I didn't hear you say that. Okay, a long layoff because they're going to be waiting for the other team to see who they play.
Yeah, because they're going to sweep Miami without Jimmy Butler. They're going to sweep them.
Sure. Oh yeah, I totally agree.
You see what I'm saying? And then they're going to then the first game that they play against Cleveland's going to be a dogfight, and then the rest of it's going to be a sweep. I think Denver is not. Boston is not in a position to just sweep everybody because in the Western Conference, Denver's going to play real basketball games. They're playing a real game tonight.
Oh my goodness!
Boston is not tomorrow night.
Boston will play on Wednesday.
Man, I cannot wait. Oh, I cannot. I'm getting my popcorn ready tonight for that LA game in Denver. Oh, it's going to be some popping off going on tonight. Woo!
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Lambeau, would you agree with that?
There's going to be some great stuff tonight. I'll be paying close.
Dude, it's almost like, but Denver knows this too. And, gentlemen, if they can get LA tonight, it's almost like putting a dagger in them too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Let's just take these dudes out while we can. And I think they're going to be playing for that too.
Well,
LA is fighting for their playoff lives, man. They definitely fight for their playoff lives. That's going to be an interesting game tonight, for sure.
Pay attention. Don't forget to pay attention. Fortunately, the show has got to end. We could go on for hours about this.
Oh, yes.
We could. Man from Seoul, what you got to say?
Hey, I'm just checking out. I'm looking forward to tonight's action. Lambeau, KW, appreciate you guys coming on, dude. This is a treat.
Well, thank you.
Giving us some live insight and close to home insight from Jokic's house.
Yes,
out there in Denver, Colorado. Appreciate that.
Oh,
Lambeau, as always, you're the man, the myth, the legend. I'm something small to a giant like yourself to even be here to be able to talk to you.
So, Lambeau, thanks for having me on. Bring me on anytime you want to get some updates and some special announcements out here in Denver, man. I'm more than welcome to chime in at any time, man.
Oh yeah. So y'all be back. Y'all can come back tomorrow, Wednesday. Y'all can come back any day. But Totempole Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are on our way to 125K subscribers. We're only about 3,000 away. Like I said, NBA playoffs is tonight. You got tomorrow. You got a lot of sports. We got a mock draft that is going to happen tonight at 9:30. The last mock draft of the first round and second round. We'll see who's going to get picked, who's going to get traded, who's not. But Totempole Nation, all to people here, we want to thank you for chiming in. Totempole Sports will be back tomorrow. Peace out, and y'all have a great day.